we get a call from my uncle, and he was like, hey, there's a beached whale on this island in Prince of Wales. And we're like, what do you mean there's a beached whale? So we get there, and sure enough, there's the killer whale, right, sitting up in the rocks. They said they were going to go out there, but they weren't going to make it for a couple of hours. The NOAA gave permission to keep the orca wet and protected from animals until they could arrive on scene. They're super big, heavy animals that are used to floating in water. So when they're out on land, the weight of their body can crush their organs. Thankfully, this orca was actually a younger one, so it wasn't as big, which means it wasn't as heavy, so it would survive out longer. While we were trying to get the pump started, a couple of us took buckets, and we were getting the orca wet with the water with buckets because it had been sitting up there for probably like 4 hours. This is a big, dangerous animal. It's super stressed. You know, we don't want to stress it anymore, so we made sure to stay away from it.
Oh, okay.
The tides in Alaska are super extreme, so every 6 hours, anywhere from 13 to 20 feet of water is moving in and out. It was hard not to cry just looking at it because it's this massive, beautiful creature, and you know he's like stressed and thinking he's gonna die. He was squealing, like making sounds, calling out to his pod, I assume. You kind of don't want to make it feel any more uncomfortable than it already was. They say orcas and whales are extremely intelligent, and clearly, I mean, it must know that we weren't a threat because we were keeping our distance. We were not touching the whale. So I hope that it knows that we were helping. At least, if anything, it was a little more comfortable while it was sitting up there. They followed the whale back out. It swam out, and then it dove back down, and they found it back with its paws.
We did it.
Yeah, it had a good ending. She survived. We're hoping she remembers us. I'm gonna go back up there, and we decided to name her Cassandra. You know, I hope if I go back up, Cassandra will be like, oh, hey, thanks for saving me.